All right, welcome to Miss Bland's Classroom Procedures. Today's going to be a fun day. This right here is the recorded version, which you are watching currently. You can get to it whenever you want and watch it over and over again. Oh, geez, but we're not going to do that. Okay, so about me. I moved here in 2009 to teach at Mount Zion. I came from a suburb of Chicago called Aurora. I received my teaching degree at Illinois State University and my master's degree at Eastern Illinois University. Fun fact, I won an award for having the best thesis in the Human and Health Services Department at EIU in 2018, which I know you guys write theses for your English papers, but when you're writing a thesis for the college that you're in, it's like a 100-page paper, research paper. Fun stuff. It took me 4 years to write this thing. Anyways, my husband's name is Bill Bland. He owns a machine shop in Springfield. He manufactures race car parts, builds motors, and can turn metal into pretty much anything you can think of. We have 2 children, Faye, who was born in 2019, and John, who was born in 2021. We have a garage cat named Fluff. She's a cute little black kitty. A bunch of barn cats, and 2 retired racehorses. Okay, so depending on what class you are in, you're either in room 208 or 207. Basically, foods classes have to happen in the foods room, which is 208, and sewing classes have to happen in the sewing room, which is 207. So it all depends on the schedule. So the book for this class is called Guide to Good Food. We use it sometimes. In textiles, we have a textbook too. It is called Clothing, Fashion, Fabric, and Construction. We use it sometimes. In advanced textiles, we have a flat patterning book so you can learn how to design your own clothing. Interior Design 1 and 2, well, actually, we don't have 2 anymore. The Interior Design 1, we have a book as well. Junior High, Life Skills. I mean, this is so exciting. Books. Email. My email is my last name, my first initial, T, and then at mtzschools.org. All right, policies and procedures. Using the potty. Yes, I will call it the potty. Only one person may go to the restroom at a time. Here's the procedure. You are going to give me a pass from your pass book. Then, right at the classroom door, I have this little light that looks exactly like, well, not exactly like this. It's a little light switch, just like this one, right by the classroom door. And you are going to flip it on. So when the light is on, that means somebody's in the bathroom. Go ahead and leave the classroom. And when you've returned, flip the light switch off. When the light is off, I know that nobody's in the bathroom. So if the light is flipped on and no one's going to be allowed to use the restroom. So do not abuse the light because doing so will result in no one being allowed to use the restroom. Cell phones. Put it in my caddy. It looks just like this one. As soon as you walk through the door, it's by my desk. When you leave class, take your cell phone with you. You will be assigned a number. You're going to put it in that number's slot. And then, to be completely honest, I'm not going to force you to put the cell phone in the caddy. But if I see or hear your phone, I'm going to take it with no warnings and send it to the office. So it is to your advantage to just keep your cell phone out of sight during my class, please. Headphones. Headphones and AirPods are not to be used during instructional time. So, that being said, you could use them during independent work time when instructed to by myself. So if I say, hey guys, go ahead, get your headphones out, you may at that point grab your phone, turn something on to listen to, and then immediately stick your phone in your pocket out of sight. Chromebooks. You must have a working Chromebook every day. These should be used for educational purposes only. Make sure it's charged at home each night. At school, you may not. Watch a educational video. Play games. And the consequences are a warning, teacher detention, office detention, restricted technology. I have the power, guys, to shut it down if you're doing something inappropriate on your Chromebooks. So keep that in mind. All right, so follow school rules. You may refer to the handbook. So no warnings. I don't give warnings. I'm an old person. I have an old brain. I'm not going to remember if I gave you a warning. So if I tell you to stop, just stop. Always use a pass from your handbook to leave the classroom, unless you've been given a pass from the office or your counselor to come to see them. Tardiness results in a loss of passes, and if you don't have any more passes, you'll be sent to the office. Place your phone in, I call it the jail, before the bell. Pick your phone up as you leave the classroom, and be in your seat before the bell. Stay in your assigned seat the entire class period. It drives me nuts when we line up at the door. So please don't line up at the door. No horseplay, especially in this room because it's a really dangerous room depending on what we are doing. No bullying in person, online. Don't make inappropriate comments in person or on Google Classroom. Keep your hands to yourself. Do not draw on my beautiful cabinets, desks, anything that belongs to the school. Do not open the refrigerators. Follow the directions the first time they're given. Push your chair in before you leave the classroom. And then pick your cell phone up from the jail in an orderly fashion. Stay on task and be prepared to learn. This really is a fun class. I think you'll enjoy it. Oh, and if you're in junior high, you're not allowed to chew gum. It's a junior high rule. Assignment trays. So I'm going to show these to you in person as well as telling you about them. And I have some pictures of these trays. But I have a work pickup tray. It is labeled by class name. So if you are in the foods class, the name of your class is nutrition. So the tray is labeled nutrition. If you are in my junior high class, the tray is labeled junior high. I also have a work turn-in area for assignments that are turned in during class. Generally, if I give you an assignment, you are told to do it during class, and typically you can get it done before class is over. If that's the case, you're going to turn it into the work turn-in tray. Or if you don't finish it before class is over and you take it home to work on it as homework, bring it to the work turn-in tray when you come to class the next day. This is labeled by class period. So for example, if you are in my first hour class, your tray, or I guess, the tray, there's a folder in it, but it's labeled first hour. Second hour is labeled second hour. I think you guys get the gist. Daily assignments are turned into me or should be turned into me by the end of the class period or when you walk through the door the next day to the turn-in tray. Absences. You may collect your assignments from me via the work pickup tray, which has the name of your class on it, if it's a paper copy assignment, or Google Classroom if it's an electronic assignment. Absent work will be accepted according to the district policy of 1 day plus 1 and will be marked with a asterisk on family access. So it won't be late or a 0 until it's officially late. Once it's late, I will put in zeros in. Late work will be marked as a 0. There you go. And missing until the end of the chapter. So please hand your absent assignments to me directly. Don't put it in a tray. So if you are absent, I want it handed directly to me. If you just simply finished it as homework the night before, put it in a tray. But if you are absent and you're basically giving me makeup work, I need it in my hand. That way I know that you have completed your assignment and I can make sure I get that grade in sooner than later. Weekly schedule. It can be found on planbook.com. It can also be found on Google Classroom. This is what my assignment trays look like. So the work pickup tray is labeled by class. So right here, nutrition, consumer, interior design, junior high. The work turn-in is labeled by class period. First hour, second hour, third hour, fourth hour, you get the gist. Here's what the entire tray looks like. So half of it is work turn in, half of it is work pickup. If I need to label it on the wall to make it clear, let me know. I can totally make that happen. All right, so the school has adopted a universal late assignment policy, high school and junior high, and we are following the same policy. So late homework will be accepted until the end of the quarter, which is really great. We used to accept it like never late. So anyways, any homework turned in afterwards will be recorded as a 0. I will also explain to you in the comment section on Skyward why it's a 0. You never turned it in. There you go. When your assignment is late, you may no longer receive full credit on the assignment. The first day that it is late, the highest grade that you can receive is an 80%. So let's say you're doing the assignment and you get a 97% on that assignment and you turn it in that first day that it's late, you're going to get an 80% as your score. That's just going to be the score. If, let's say you did the assignment and you received a 79% for that assignment. So when you turn it in that first day late, you're going to get a 79%. So basically anything under an 80% that you achieve on that assignment, that's what you're going to get. Anything above 80%, you're going to get an 80%. And the same thing for 2 days or more late, but at a different percentage. So the highest grade you can receive if it's 2 or more days late up until the end of the quarter is a 50%. So again, if you got a 97% on that assignment, I'm going to give you a 50% as your grade. If you received a 47% for the assignment, I'm going to give you a 47% for your grade. I have a turn-in form that you're going to submit with each late assignment. You need to submit this with your late assignments. Do not forget to do this. And I'm going to show you in just a second what tray you can find it in. But you're going to use this every single time. And this also in bold tells you the exact same thing about how you're going to get 80% or 50% and so forth. You must turn this paper in to the late assignment folder, whether it's electronic or physical. Do not put it on my desk. Do not put it in the turn-in tray. Put it in the late folder. So electronic assignments, simply submit the late form to the folder and make sure you officially turn in the assignment to Google Classroom. So when it's an electronic assignment, you're just giving me the late form, but you do have to turn it in on Google Classroom because I'll consider it late and until it's turned in on Google Classroom. Physical assignments, so a paper copy assignment, submit the late form, so this form here, stapled to your assignment and put it in the late folder. So the things you're telling me on this form are, what is your name? What is the class period? What is the class name? What is the name of the assignment? What day was this assignment due? And what day are you turning it in? So just the date that you're turning it in. Here's the late work folder right here at the bottom of the tray. And I have my pink late form slips right here in front of the folder. So you can grab your late form, fill it out, stick it in this folder right here. So number 1, fill out the late assignment form. Place the form and the assignment in the late assignment folder in Miss Bland's assignment tray. Yay, right here. I have staplers, see? Staple it to your assignment if it is paper, or simply place the late form in the tray. If it is an electronic assignment, don't forget to submit it on Google Classroom. I will check this folder every single day. So don't worry if you're thinking, oh my gosh, eligibility, I have this late assignment, she needs to grade it. I'm going to look at it every single day. At the end of the day, I will check it once a day, right after focus period. Non-compliance. So in my class, you are expected to work and participate because most of my classes are super hands-on. So you have to be participating. If you are inactive for too long, you'll be considered non-compliant and will be given a document to sign. I will have this document and I will keep it and I will give it back to you every single time you're not compliant. So if you are not compliant twice, your parent or guardian will be notified. It's a minor infraction. If you are non-compliant 3 times, you will receive a teacher detention. Also, I will notify your parents. And then if you are non-compliant 4 or more times, you will be written up for a failure to follow directions. And this is a major infraction. You'll be sent to the office to be disciplined. Typically, we don't get to this point, but sometimes it happens. So here's the form. This tells you everything that I just said to you there on the slide. Here are the infractions. So first infraction, your name, date, class name, class period, your signature. I'm going to contact your parent. Second infraction, same thing, contact your parent. Third infraction, you write again, contact your parent and teacher detention. Fourth infraction, parent contact, office referral, and continuing with the office referral past the fourth, or well, starting with the fourth infraction. So I will hold on to this paper and give it back and forth to you if you are compliant. Well, every time you need to fill it out. Hopefully you never have to fill it out. Just participate. It's a fun class. Makes sense to participate. Email. I read my emails during school hours on school days, so I expect the same from you. I don't expect you to go home tonight and start checking your email at midnight. Go to bed, sleep. Expectations. I expect respect because I give it. I expect mistakes because I make them. Nobody's perfect. I expect you to work hard on your projects because I work hard to create and grade your projects. And I expect you to ask questions when you don't know what you're doing. And I expect that you won't know everything because I don't know everything. Fun fact, this little kitten showed up on our doorstep one day and it got dragged away from our house by its feral mother cat. I have a video I can show you guys if you want to see it. Anyways, continuing on, cheating. If you are caught cheating, you will receive a 0 for the test, the assignment, or the project. Do not plagiarize or copy another student's work. Also, now that we are all completely electronic, it is super easy to catch cheating. Put everything in your own words. Seriously, I can see at like 12:51 p.m. you put a period at the end of the sentence. It's that detailed. It tells me everything. I can see if you've simply copied and pasted answers into your assignment. It's amazing. Dismissal and cleanup. Clean up the area around you. If you made a mess, it's your job to clean it up. Nobody likes cleaning, guys. I hate cleaning. You hate cleaning, but we have to clean up after ourselves. Do not leave anything in the room. Stay in your seats until the bell rings and do not line up at the door at the end of class. The grading policy. It's the same as everybody else's. So 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 89 is a B, 70 to 79 is a C, and so forth. You will be graded via total points in my class. Staying after school mainly pertains to the sewing class, but sometimes we have projects that just take too long and you need to finish them up after school. I stay after school once a week on Thursday from 2:30 to 3:30. If you're absent for sewing, you must make the day up by staying after school within 2 weeks of your absence and before the sewing project is due. It's just sewing is something you do 100% in class, so you need to come make it up. That being said, foods is another thing that needs to be made up, and we have makeup assignments for foods as well. They don't involve cooking, guys, but they do involve food. So if you would like to stay after, just let me know, and I'll make sure I stay after for you, with you. Okay, in the high school, we have a lab fee. It lets us cook all year round. The stupid pandemic economy, whatever you want to call it, has made everything ridiculously, dumbly expensive. So we can afford to cook with this lab fee. So in Foods 1, it's $10, and in Foods 2, it's $10. Both classes combined are $20. Yes, you can combine them both and turn them in together at the beginning of the school year. For the entire school year, if you're afraid that you might drop Foods 2, you can just turn in Foods 1's lab fee and wait until next semester to turn in Foods 2's lab fee. This fee, again, allows us to cook all year long. E-funds, you can pay via e-funds. If you pay with a check, make the check out to Mount Zion High School. Cash is not preferred, but you can pay in cash. The due date is next week on Friday. So you have one whole week to turn it in. You'll receive points for turning in your lab fee. So it is worth a grade. And of course, if you have problems with the lab fee, don't hesitate to talk to me. If you want to talk to me in person, talk to me in person. If you feel uncomfortable with it, shoot me an email. Just let me know. Extra credit. We all love extra credit. For the foods classes, we are asking for disposable bowls or cups. That way, when we are cooking, we can use these cups or bowls to consume the food that we are eating or cooking. I guess eating. All other classes, Kleenex. We're always needing Kleenex. So label whatever it is, the box, the bag of disposable cups, whatever it is, with your first and last name and class period, because you're going to be placing it on the kitchen counter in the orange kitchen, which is the one that's right next to the TV, and you'll receive 10 points. This is optional, of course, so you do not have to turn this as extra credit in. It's just nice to start out with some extra credit. The due date is next Friday. So lab fee and extra credit are due by next Friday. All right, so in this class, we have a syllabus. Every single one of my classes do, but if you click on this, it takes you to a Word document that has everything that we do for the entire semester on here. All documents are here. It's kind of nice to have everything in one nice, easy to use place. Let's see. I'm still adding the modules to this Anyways, I'm going to continue with this. So the nice thing about this document, you can Control F, you can type in a topic, and then, oh, look, it took me right to the topic. That's so cool, right? So now I know, I didn't do the enzymatic browning worksheet. I can bring it up myself. I can print it from home. I can fill it out, and I can turn it into Miss Bland. Oh my goodness. So cool. You're absent a day. Come in here. Find your assignment. Okay. So that's, I got it back. Wrong one. Okay. So that's all I have for my syllabus and classroom procedures. So next, I would like to entice you guys to join FCCLA because it's the best club in the entire school. This is pictures from our national trip to Denver. This is Rosie the llama, the mascot, the national mascot for FCCLA. She's so cute. It's a great club. We have fun. We compete. We just do lots of fun activities. They're always changing. Like every year we do different activities. So I can't even tell you all the activities because we're going to come up with new activities this year as a club. Signatures. So we are now going to electronically sign that we understand the syllabus and classroom procedures. So you're going to answer the syllabus question on Google Classroom. By answering the question, you are electronically stating that you understand the syllabus. You're going to email or private comment on the syllabus assignment, any questions you might have to me. And also, I want you to take note that my classes are electives. So that means that you have elected or you have desired to take the class. You didn't have to. Anyways, you may drop the class if you do not agree to the policies and procedures. And my classes can be very dangerous. So these policies and procedures were put in place simply to keep you and your classmates safe. I mean, I once had a kid. Well, I probably shouldn't tell you about the dangers, but foods is dangerous. Sewing is dangerous. Interior design, believe it or not, we use X-Acto knives. It's dangerous. So if we're goofing around, you're going to be removed from the classroom.